Welcome back to another episode on the Final Score podcast. I'm Seth,
And I'm Braden.
and today we are, sadly, if y'all really enjoyed the first episode, we are not going to be talking about any game stats or scores, highlights, none of that.
Nope.
But instead, we're going to be giving you our NFL 2025 to 2026 season predictions.
Woo!
Yeah. It's energetic like that. The energy is
All
high.
right.
And instead of just each saying all of our predictions at once individually, we're just going to be taking each stat individually, because I'm pretty sure me and Braden pretty much have like the same stats written down, or predictions. I mean, not the same predictions, but same like categories.
Seth, are we going to start with the award winners, or are we going to save that till the end, like right before our Super Bowl?
We can save that for the end. So,
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I feel like we should start with the just division standings.
All right.
So, I guess like I'll say my 4 and then you'll say your 4. We didn't really plan it out. We kind of just planned what we were going to say out, if y'all know what I mean. Alright, so for my AFC East, I only have one team making the playoffs. You could probably guess who it is. But at number 4, I have the Dolphins. They lost some pretty good defenders. Tua turned the ball over. He's just not that guy. Got them coming in last. In third, with the newly acquired Will Campbell, going to help out that O-line so much. Got the Patriots in third. Now, big surprise. Not much acquired in the offseason, but I do like the Jets getting Justin Fields, and that is why I have the Jets coming in second. And as y'all could probably guess it, the only playoff team I have in this division is the Buffalo Bills with the defending MVP. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. What you got for AFC East?
So I followed suit at number 4 with the Miami Dolphins, with losing Jalen Ramsey, which was pretty much one of your best defensive players. Then you have Tua, who gets concussed most of the time. I'm just going to put him at 4th.
That's Riz.
And third place, I went the opposite of Seth. I said the Jets. I like what they did with getting Justin Fields, but I don't think he's going to be like the whole team. So I think they're going to have to add a little bit more to get to the second spot. I put the Patriots in second place. Getting an O-lineman to help Drake May out will help a lot with Stephon Diggs. Got Carlton Davis as well. And I think they're going to do really good. But I put at number 1 the Buffalo Bills making the playoffs, the only one in their division. Because just Josh Allen, kind of good.
Just a little bit. Not much.
My favorite, favorite QB and besides Baker.
Alright, next we got the AFC West. So, I actually got 2 playoff teams in this division. So, last, but a very big improvement. I do expect him to have a little bit of a losing record, but not much. Like 7-10, 8-9, maybe 6-10 at the least. I love the acquirements, my bad. Yeah, I said the right word the first time. My bad. I love the acquirements of Geno Smith. Great quarterback. He's just a little bit old. Aston Genty, great running back, my bad, in college, but not much to show in preseason, and that's why I have the Raiders coming in last. Now in third, maybe a bit of a surprise, but didn't really add much in the offseason. I have the Denver Broncos, and I have them missing out on the playoffs. Beautiful squad, just a little bit young, and didn't really gain anything through the offseason. Now, second place for the AFC West, the first playoff team, the Kansas City Chiefs. their roster is just not as good as it used to be. A great roster, as much as I hate to say it. A good roster. And didn't really do much in the offseason. But yeah, number 1, the only team left. I have them winning their division. I like this team. I feel like they could cook. The Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, they got Justin Herbert. Nothing bad to say. They do got a veteran in Najee Harris. I mean, they don't have a bad wide receiver core. Some youngins. Decent defense. I'd say a top 10, maybe 6 or 7 defense. and and yeah, I got the Chargers winning the AFC East. How about you, Braden?
I said that there's going to be 3 teams in this division making playoffs. In last place, I got the Raiders. I do like how they picked Geno Smith and Ashon Jeanty, but the O-line's going to have to step up for both of them because the preseason Ashon Jeanty could not get anything going. And third place, the first playoff team, I have the Chiefs.
Ooh.
I don't think they'll be nearly as good as they were last year. This is where I think the Chiefs are starting to fall off. Travis Kelce's getting a little old. All their star players are kind of just aging. Unless Kermit the Frog at QB pulls some magic out, or the refs just, help them out. I don't see them doing that good. Well, they'll do okay. In second place, I have the Chargers. They got blown out, I'm pretty sure, by the Texans in the first round of the playoffs last season. And, who's the Chargers QB again? I forgot his name.
Herbert.
Justin Herbert. He threw quite a few picks in that game. I love Justin Herbert. But I don't think, that's enough to get them the top spot. So I'm giving the number 1 spot to the Denver Broncos. I think from 2 seasons ago, I think when they had Russell Wilson at QB to Bo Nix in the season making the playoffs from losing 70-20 to the Dolphins, I think they have enough to win their division this year. So I just think they have all the improvements that they need.
I mean, yeah, we got a little bit of disagreements in a couple placements, but totally agree. There's going to be a lot of improvements. Moving on to the AFC South. I have...
my bad, gang.
I got one team making the playoffs. Obviously, the division winner.
One team.
Number 4, Indianapolis Colts. Not much to say. Not really any big news about them in the offseason. I do believe Anthony Richardson's going to come back, be a good player, but not much. Not much popping in Indianapolis. Now on to number 3, the Tennessee Titans. They did acquire Cam Ward, obviously, with the number 1 pick. Do got a solid defense. I do like me a little bit of L'Jarius Sneed at corner for Tennessee, but not much else going on. Tajay Spears is pretty good. But they have a young receiver that's not really developed, and then they have Calvin Ridley, who just needs to hang up the cleats. And yeah, that's why I got Tennessee at number 3. Now number 2. Even with me thinking CJ Stroud is going to have a pop-off year after not having such a great second year, I believe the Texans are going to fall into the number 2 spot. Obviously, one of the best wide receiver cores in the league. I love their tight end, Dalton Schultz, former Cowboy. Decent defense. O-line, iffy. CJ Stroud was on the ground a lot last year. And yeah. So obviously, the one playoff team in this division, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Travis Hunter. I see something in him. I see something. I mean, he's a two-way player. He will guaranteed be playing a lot of two-way receiver and corner. First to ever do it, I believe. Pretty sure. T-Law. I mean, he's a former college football champion, I believe. I think, like 2019 or something. And Trevor Etienne, he might be a little bit more developed. Decent wide receivers. Decent defense, obviously with the addition of Travis Hunter. Gonna play a big role. Because I believe, have Josh Allen as one of their best defenders. And yeah, that's why I got the Jacksonville Jaguars winning the AFC South and being one of the top 4 seeds.
I also had one team make the playoffs from this division. In 4th place, I also had the Colts. I don't think Anthony Richardson or whoever they're going to put as starting QB has it in them to carry a whole team. Because other than him and forgot their running back's name.
Jonathan Taylor,
the good running back. I don't see any other stars really on their team. So that's why in 3rd place, I have the first overall pick in this year's draft, Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward will do very good in his rookie year, but it's the Titans. Sorry, RBT, but I don't think your team... it'll be an improvement, but I don't think y'all are going to make playoffs or outdo the 2nd place team, which I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Travis Hunter was the great thing to do. Trade up, get him for Trevor Lawrence to have someone to pass to. You have Josh Hines-Allen for your defense, pretty good there. And I think they will barely miss out on the playoffs by like 1 or 2 games. Which leads me to believe the number 1 team for this division is the Texans. I think CJ Stroud will have an improvement. I think their O-line will do a little bit better to keep him from, hitting the floor a lot. They have Joe Mixon at running back. And, yeah, I think it'll just be a better year.
All right. Wrapping up the AFC South, we're going to move on to the final division of the AFC. In my personal best, the absolute cinema of a division where I believe every team has a chance to win a division game against the other teams in the division, the AFC North. Honestly, round of applause. Alright. At number 4, no really change for number 4, but I do have the Cleveland Browns with some major improvement. Nick Chubb obviously coming back. They did lose Myles Garrett, I believe. Right?
No, Myles Garrett's still there.
Okay, I guess I just saw
some. Him a lot.
I guess I just saw a fake trade. My bad, guys. So I mean, they obviously have a stacked defense. Obviously one of the best defenders in the league, Myles Garrett. And then if they put Shedeur Sanders in quarterback, even though he fell to the 5th round, I think he is going to be a great young quarterback. And if he's starter, maybe even contend for Offensive Rookie of the Year. In 3rd, and mind me add, I have 3 playoff teams, the final 3 spots. So at number 3, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't really remember, because I believe they got a new they got A-Rod. They got Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna bring some veteran wisdom. He's gonna cook up. They got DK Metcalf. They did get rid of George Pickens to my boys, but I mean, they got Jalen Warren. Good little running back. They got Pat Freiermuth, one of the best tight ends in the league. And then the defense, can't say enough. TJ Watt, Cam Ward, or Cameron Hayward, Jalen Ramsey, and I mean, Joey Porter. Yeah, good team. I think they make the playoffs. Now, number 2, Baltimore Ravens. I mean, one of the best rosters in the league, if not the best. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews. Meh. Wide receiver core. Beautiful defense. Raquan Smith. Kyle Hamilton. All that jazz. But I think they come in second to the Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Chase Brown. Yeah. T. Higgins, also one of the best wide receiver cores. Decent defense. Trey Hendrickson kind of carried them. But I believe Joe Burrow and his connection to maybe the best receiver in the league, if not Jamar Chase. Yeah. I have them being the last team in the playoffs.
To finish off my playoffs for the final 2 spots for my playoffs, they're both in this division, obviously. So in 4th place, I also have the Browns. I think with the amount of QBs y'all took, certainly one of them is gonna have to fit and work out for y'all. Y'all have Nick Chubb, which if he can stay healthy, he'll probably be a beast. Y'all have a very, I would say, underrated receiver in Jerry Jeudy. And yeah, that's really. Oh yeah, y'all have Myles Garrett, obviously. Almost forgot about him. But yeah, y'all are gonna improve definitely. Just still gonna end up last. For my number 3 spot, I have the Steelers. They don't make the playoffs, obviously. They're 3rd place. I just don't know if Aaron Rodgers is gonna be that guy for y'all. He's pretty old. Yes, he might bring some wisdom, but if he gets injured, y'all's next QB is gonna be Mason Rudolph, and he's not the greatest. But y'all do have DK Metcalf. Y'all have TJ Watt, which obviously very good. Yeah, just I don't think y'all are gonna do as good as y'all did last season. So in 2nd place, making the playoffs, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all those guys are pretty much gonna, I would say, carry this team, because I think they're just gonna excel. We got Joe Shiesty, one of the best QBs, I would say, top 3 maybe even. Jamar Chase, which I would say is the best receiver in the NFL. T. Higgins a good 2nd string. But the defense is where y'all kind of like fall off. You have Hendrickson, which he was kind of like y'all's whole defense. And that's why I put the Ravens at number 1. I think the one thing the Ravens have over the Bengals is defense. Good year for the Ravens last season. Just Mark Andrews kind of sold the game away with that dropped pass against the Bills. Probably would have beat the Chiefs, but Lamar Jackson, obviously. You'll have DeAndre Hopkins. You'll have Zay Flowers. You'll have Derrick Henry. Just to name a few of y'all stars. And that's why I would just say that they get the number one in this division.
That's good. Moving on to the NFC, we are going to start with the East. So, in fourth place, I do have the Giants. I mean, no doubt Jackson Dart should be the starting quarterback. He is popping the heck off in preseason. I personally like him myself, just because he was at Ole Miss, and he's an absolute baller. Yeah, they got a decent wide receiver group, pretty mid tight end. But they have a lot of decent quarterback choices. Now on the defense, obviously Abdul Carter, definitely gonna be a contender for Defensive Rookie of the Year. They do have that one guy, and I'm not just saying that. I don't remember his name, but he is good. I just don't remember his name. Decent cornerbacks, Xavier McKinney, I believe. But yeah, moving on to number 3. By the way, I have 2 playoff teams. Number 3 is the Washington Commanders. Now, obviously, Jaden Daniels, absolute player. Like, he plays football. But, like, not much gained. Bobby Wagner's old on the defense. They did get Deebo Samuel. That's not really saying much. He's a little bit old. But yeah, the defense, Frankie Louvu, great. Emmanuel Forbes, great young corner. But yeah, not much gained. Now, I'm a little bit biased. I have the Cowboys coming in second. I do believe we are gonna keep Micah Parsons. There are rumors he's getting a contract. And if we do, we're gonna get Trevon Diggs back, I believe. So our defense is gonna be a little bit better. Offense. Whether it's Dak Prescott, he's in between good and decent. He's just very old. Or whether it's Joe Milton, he's a decent young quarterback. We have one of the best wide receiver duos in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. We kind of have a mess in the wide receiver room or running back room with Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams, who are decent, but not sure who we're gonna play there. But yeah, decent offense. If we keep Micah, obviously going to be one of the best defenses. And, yeah, that wraps it up for my NFC. Oh, my bad. I completely missed the Eagles, which I absolutely love them. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, yay. I definitely want to talk about them. I have them winning the division. I mean, they got Saquon. They got Jalen Hurts. One of the best wide receiver duos. Good defense, great young D-line in Jalen Carter. Good corners. They did lose Darius Slay, though. And yeah, now that wraps it up for my NFC East. Moving on to yours, Braden.
In fourth place, I have the Giants. With them having the hardest schedule, I feel like it's a little unfair to them. Abdul Carter, I feel like, has a very good shot at winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. I like Jackson Dart, like Seth. They have a few options. They have a pretty good receiver in Malik Neighbors, honestly. Scadaboo from Arizona State almost beat Texas. Very good for him. But just the hardest schedule, I feel like, is going to beat them down. In third place, I have the Dallas Cowboys.
All right.
with Dak Prescott at QB, y'all are not gonna get anywhere past the divisional round, in my opinion. With Jerry Jones as y'all's manager or owner, he's just gonna keep y'all down instead of helping y'all. Y'all have CeeDee Lamb, who's very good. Y'all drafted some running backs, and I think Jaden Blue
Yes. Yeah.
from Texas. Y'all have Micah Parsons if he decides to stay, and the Cowboys be smart and actually pay the man. Y'all have isn't it Stephon Diggs' brother?
Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, Trevon Diggs. Y'all have Brandon Aubrey, which very good kicker. Yeah, I just think that the next two teams, the two playoff teams for me, are just overall just better. So that's why I put in second place for this division. I put the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, yes, they have A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Cooper DeJean. I just feel like they're not going to fall off completely. They're just going to have like a little tiny fall off. They're not going to fall off a lot. Maybe by like 2 games, I would say they fall off. Which leads to my number one, the Commanders, which I think that they will sweep the Eagles, actually. Those 2 extra losses of the Eagles being the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels has it in him with Scary Terry on his team, Austin Eckler, Bobby Wagner. I think that they'll overcome the Eagles this season. So yeah,
That's not bad. Alright, moving on to the NFC West. I have 2 playoff teams, and very surprisingly myself, I have the Los Angeles Rams at number 4. They got Matty Staff. Not really much going on at the defense. They do have Jared Verse, who I believe won Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. Not much else on the defense. Not really much going on the offense. Sean McVay, pretty good coach. I think they're just going to have a very bad fall off. Now the Arizona Cardinals, James Conner, a very good running back. Kyler Murray, a decent but very short quarterback. I feel like he's going to have a better year. And one big thing, I believe Marvin Harrison is going to absolutely pop off and be way better than last year. The defense is pretty mid, but I think they're going to bump it up. Now, first team making the playoffs in this division is the Seattle Seahawks. They acquired Cooper Kupp. They also have Sam Darnold, who had a great year with the Vikings last year. I expect him to have a little bit of a down year, but not much. I think he'll get them to the playoffs. The defense is decent, but yeah, not much else to say against the Seahawks. Now, the only team left, the San Francisco 49ers, as much as it pains me to say that as a Cowboys fan, I have them winning the NFC West. I believe that, they have one of the best rosters in the league. They have an elite defense, probably getting Nick Bosa back. I believe Christian McCaffrey's going to play unless he gets 13 other injuries this year. Brock Purdy, I think he's going to be way better. George Kittle, obviously, in my opinion, the best tight end in the league. Brandon Ayuk, a great receiver. And that's why I have the 49ers winning the division. What do you got for the NFC West, Braden?
Okay, So for fourth place in the NFC West, I have the 49ers. I think they're going to do the exact same thing they did last year. Christian McCaffrey can't keep his legs together at all. His legs are held together by hopes and prayers. So, I mean, Brock Purdy, pretty good QB. I'd say good. George Kittle, obviously, very good. Nick Bosa, y'all just lost a lot of people this offseason. And then that's why I say for third place, I would put the Arizona Cardinals. I think Marvin Harrison's also going to have a great year. Kyler Murray is going to do pretty good this season, despite his height. I think they got Buda Baker for their defense. Don't really know anyone else on their team, but that's why they're third place. So now the first of the two playoff teams, I have the Seattle Seahawks in second. I like what they went with Sam Darnold, got Cooper Kupp. They got I forgot the QB from Alabama.
Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, Jalen Milroe. Very, very. I like that pick. I don't watch a lot of the Seahawks, so I don't really know their defense that well. But I think they have enough to just outdo the other two teams. Which leaves my number one team for this division, the Los Angeles Rams. Despite how much I hate saying that, because, well, they beat us that same year they won the Super Bowl. My Buccaneers lost, obviously. They have Matt Stafford, which pretty amazing QB. Y'all lost Cooper Kupp, but y'all still have Puka Nacua. Got Devontae Adams. I mean, your running back, forgot his name. He's very good. Defensive-wise, I don't really know anybody on y'all's defense. That's all that. But offensive-wise, I think will be enough to carry y'all to the first seed in y'all's division and get y'all a playoff spot.
All right, moving on to the NFC South. This is probably like one of the most equal divisions. So I'd be very surprised if we have the same predictions or even close to the same predictions. I obviously know we have one, but for me, this division has one playoff team. But coming in at number 4, the New Orleans Saints. What was that second round pick? What? Kyle Shuck? Excuse me? Like,
Shoulda.
For real. Like, I didn't see nothing about that. All I saw was Shook in the preseason. I mean, they do have Chris Olave, Calvin. Did they lose Alvin Kamara? Okay, I mean, decent, but he's getting old. Decent defense. They do have Tyrann Mathieu, but he's definitely getting old. Not much to say about this team. And number 3, the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, Michael Penix Jr., Bijan Robinson, a great young up-and-coming running back. Obviously, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, a decent defense, Jesse Bates, all that jazz. Not much else to say, but at number 2, I have the Carolina Panthers. I feel like Bryce Young is going to be a top 15 quarterback this season. A pretty good veteran wide receiver core. pretty good defense. O-line, not the greatest. Not much else to say, but obviously the one playoff team in this division, who will probably be the best team in this division for a while, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, obviously Bucky Irving, which Braden glazes a lot.
Okay, bro. And Bucky, we sucky.
Yo, alright. Whoa. Alright, back on track. K. Dalton, pretty decent tight end. Defense,
Alright,
pretty decent defense. Vita Vea. They did get Hassan Reddick. He's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good team overall. I believe they're gonna make the playoffs.
Okay, for my NFC South, it is the exact same list.
Yo.
Every last team. The Saints fall off completely to the deepest, darkest depths that they've ever been in. They have not really no QB at all, pretty much. Receiver-wise, don't know who they have, really. Alvin Kamara is pretty much like the only decent player I would say they have, besides like Cameron Jordan, who's like an unk, so get out of here. Nobody likes you. The Falcons, after y'all lost Kirk Cousins, wait, did they even lose him?
I
don't even
think
know if
they
got rid of
did.
him.
I think he's on the Rams, maybe.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins was really y'all's like guy, but I will not lie, y'all's guy who started for y'all at the end of the season, forgot his name.
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix, yeah. He's good, but he's not great. He's not there yet. So, I don't know anyone on y'all's... Oh, yeah, y'all have Drake London. Very good. Bijan Robinson. Very, very good. I will give y'all that, Falcons fans. Overall, y'all just aren't as good as the second place team for me, which is the Panthers. The only respectable team I wouldn't hate on in our division. Bryce Young, gonna have, I would say, one of his best years, if not his best year ever. Out of his, what, 3?
Yes.
Y'all have Adam Thielen, which is, like, very good. Y'all have some weird running back. I forgot his name. Like, it's very weird, though. That guy.
I think is it like that Zachary Charbonnet?
Or something like that. Yeah, but respect to the Panthers. I miss Cam Newton. But, yeah. Which leads me to the winner of the NFC South. My Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Emeka Ibuka, Jalen McMillan, Bucky Irving, Rashad White, Tristan Wirfs, Vita Vea, Yaya Diaby, Antoine Winfield, Hanson Reddick, Shiloh Sanders. Those are just to name a few of... I might be missing like a few, but overall, I just think we have the most stacked team out of anybody. So what is this now, the playoffs?
All right. Last division rankings, the NFC North.
Oh,
Number
yeah.
number 4. The Chicago Bears. They got a decent team, and I do believe Caleb Williams is gonna do better in his second year. He was a little bit of a bust his first year, but I do believe he's gonna have a little bit of a better year. DeAndre Swift, not too bad. Obviously, Roma Dunze and DJ Moore, great wide receiver duo. Cole Kmet, eh. Like, the defense, not too bad, not too good. Yeah, they fall in number 4. Now, the Packers, they miss out on the playoffs for me. Jordan Love, great. Josh Jacobs, great. They have Christian's his last name. I know that. He's fast. Matthew Golden.
Christian Walker?
No.
Oh.
Matthew Golden. Ooh. Don't remember it. Oh, Romeo Dobbs, I believe. It's the guy that wears number 87 for y'all, for any of you Packers fans. Decent
Hey, Tom Grossi, check this video out.
True. Good defense, but yeah, they missed out on the playoffs. Now, the top 2 teams in this division are making the last 2 playoff spots for me. At number 2, we have the Lions. Jared Goff, obviously great. Jahmyr Gibbs, great young running back. Very good receiver core, but I do believe Amon-Ra is going to fall off just a little bit. Sam Laporta, obviously great. Obviously a great defense. And putting Aiden Hutchinson back into the mix after a very gruesome injury against my Dallas Cowboys. He will be back, and I feel like he's going to be great. So yeah, great defense, great offense. Now, the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. Obviously, J.J. McCarthy. First time we're really going to get to see him play. He is in way better shape now. I've seen pictures. He's been in the weight room. And yeah, I like what I see. Obviously, they got T.J. Hawkinson. I do believe that they're going to have a good defense. And yeah, that is why they fall to win the division for me. What about you, Mr. Braden?
Okay, at 4th place, I agree. The Bears. Caleb Williams, feel like he'll do a lot better. DJ Moore, another one of their stars. DeAndre Swift, I'm pretty sure is on there. They started out 4-2 last season and then just fell off from there. So, I think this year they'll do a lot better. Maybe get like 6, 7 wins. If they lock in enough, which leads me to my 3rd team, the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, they have Justin Jefferson and I think Aaron Jones, correct?
Oh yeah.
But I haven't seen enough of J.J. McCarthy to know if he's good or bad. And a QB nowadays kind of makes or breaks your team because it's more of a passing league now. And if he don't have that dog in him, then their team might be a little bit messed up for a little while. Which leads me to believe the first of the 2 playoff teams in this division, the Packers. Jordan Love, don't know any more of y'all's players all that much because obviously I don't watch, but Tom Grossi, so that automatically does you a lot of good stuff. But I just think y'all will outdo the Bears and the Vikings, which leads me to the number 1 team in the division, the Lions. Aiden Hutchinson, obviously that gruesome injury. Jared Goff, good. David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, just to name a few. But I think with Aiden Hutchinson back, your defense will be a lot better. And yeah, I think they'll just win their division.
Alright. Now, to add on to what you said, I do believe a quarterback does make or break the season, but but I'm pretty sure Saquon and Derrick Henry would kind of disagree to your statement of it's kind of a passing league now.
Well, think about what teams they joined. They have good O-lines to block.
Also good quarterbacks, so that does kind of help your point. But anyways, let's move on to the playoff seeding.
Woo, guys, we did it. We made it this far.
Alright, so I'm going to name my AFC, you're going to name yours, and then NFC. So for my AFC playoff seeding, the 7 seed, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I already mentioned what's popping with their team. And so I'm really just going to list off the teams because I already said the ups and downs about each team. So 6 seed, the Kansas City Chiefs. The 5 seed for me, the Baltimore Ravens. And now the division winners. Number 4, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 3, the Buffalo Bills. Number 2, the LA Chargers. And obviously I was speaking very highly of this team. The number 1 team with the bye in the wild card round, the Cincinnati Bengals. What about you?
Okay, so for me, I got the 7 seed being the Chiefs. I think they'll fall off that much. Don't need to explain myself. The 6 seed, I'm going to give it to the Chargers. 5th seed, the Bengals. And then now for the division leaders, Texans in the 4th seed, Broncos 3 seed, Bills 2 seed, Ravens 1 seed.
Alright, moving on to NFC. Now, the bias does lower a little bit here. I have the Dallas Cowboys squeaking in a playoff spot. The 7th seed, 6th seed, the Seahawks, 5 seed, the Detroit Lions. And now for my NFC division winners, the 49ers are number 4. Number 3, the Buccaneers. Number 2, the Minnesota Vikings. And back-to-back, I believe, the Philadelphia Eagles getting the bye round.
For me, 7 seed got the Seahawks. 6, I got the Packers. 5, I got the Eagles. They'll fall off a little bit, but that's because the Commanders are taking their spot. So, Lions 4, the Rams 3, put my Buccaneers at 2, and that makes the Commanders the 1 seed.
Alright. Now, I believe we both wrote down our playoff matchups.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll just take turns with each round. So first up, the wild card round. The 2 seed Vikings taking on the 7 seed Cowboys. Like I said, the bias does end. I got the Vikings winning. Then the 3 seed Buccaneers against the 6 seed Seahawks. I got the Buccaneers advancing to the divisional. Now for the last NFC wildcard game, I have the 4 seed 49ers against the 5 seed Lions, which should be the most even matchup according to my seeding, where I have the 49ers advancing. Now for the AFC, 2 seed Chargers against the 7 seed Steelers. Obviously, I was hyping up the Chargers, so they advance. The Bills and the Chiefs. I mean, I didn't even have the Chiefs winning their division. I did the Bills. So the Bills move on. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens, once again, should be the most even matchup. Now, I do have them being a higher seed. That's only because they won their division. I don't think they have a young, not so developed team, and that's why I believe the Ravens are going to be the only upset for my wildcard round.
Okay, so this is just the first round, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so for my AFC wildcard, obviously the Ravens get the bye round. But to kick us off with the wildcard weekend, we got the 2 seed Bills taking on the 7 seed Chiefs. The 3 seed Broncos taking on the 6 seed Chargers. And then the 4 seed Texans taking on the 5 seed Bengals. For my NFC, the Commanders obviously get the bye round. We got the 2-seed Bucks taking on the 7-seed Seahawks. The 3-seed Rams taking on the 6-seed Packers. The 4-seed Lions taking on the 5-seed Eagles. Which now we're moving on to the divisional.
Oh, you didn't pick your winners?
No, like whenever I'm explaining, I'll just say who wins and like who they're facing next.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, the divisional round. So, fresh off a bye week, Philadelphia Eagles, whether they just rested, did a little mind preparation, did a little weight training, going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this was a pretty easy decision for me to make. I was hyping them up. And, as much as I hate to say it, for either team I pick here, San Francisco 49ers, welcome to the conference championship. Now, the 2-seed Viking against the 3-seed Buccaneers. As much as I love to support Braden's team against a team I hate, or really any team, if they're on, I'll give them a little root. I have the Vikings moving on to the NFC Championship. Now for AFC. Fresh off a bye week, just like the Eagles, the Bengals against the Ravens. Always a great matchup, whether it's regular season or playoffs. But I do have the Cincinnati Bengals mopping the floor with Baltimore. Now, the 2-seed Chargers against the 3-seed Bills. Now, even though I was hyping the Chargers up so much, saying how they were going to pop off, and even having them winning the AFC West, I am going to have the Bills go back-to-back to face the Bengals.
So it's my turn now, okay. For my divisional round, we're going to start off with the AFC. So fresh off a bye week, the 1-seed Ravens will take on the 5-seed Bengals, and the 2-seed Bills will take on the 3-seed Broncos.
Alright.
For my NFC, the 1-seed Commanders will take on the 6-seed Packers, and the 2-seed Buccaneers will take on the 6-seed Eagles. Or whoops, not the 6-seed Eagles, the 5-seed Eagles.
Alright. Alright, so I guess we move on to the... Alright, so my NFC Championship, obviously the 2-seed Viking is against the 49ers. Vikings are going to have a great year. But, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Once again, as much as I hate to say it, the 49ers, welcome to the Super Bowl. Now, AFC Championship deciding game. The Bengals and the AFC runner-ups, the Buffalo Bills. They came short last year. The Bills barely lost. Josh Allen still showed sportsmanship. And with that said, Bengals. Welcome to the Super Bowl. Alright. What about you?
You know, we'll start off in the AFC. In the AFC, I have the exact same thing, just maybe a different placement. I have the 2-seed Bengals, or the 2-seed Bills taking on the 5-seed Bengals. And my bias continues. For the NFC, I got the 1-seed Commanders taking on the 2-seed Buccaneers.
Alright. Super Bowl time. Will it be the AFC 1-seed dominating the Cincinnati Bengals, or the 4-seed Cinderella story San Francisco 49ers, my least favorite team, who I did speak highly of, though, in the division rankings? Now, this one was a tough one. Bengals, I believe, have never won a Super Bowl, so they're obviously gonna fight hard. They got Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase, T. Higgs, kind of carried by their defense with Trey Hendrickson. But yeah, pretty good team. Then we got the 49ers, who I think are going to have the best comeback year, maybe of all time, after having probably one of their worst seasons, and then bouncing back to go to the Super Bowl. Obviously, they've kept receipts. They have something to fight for. I mean, they've lost 2 or 3 times in the Super Bowl in the last 5 to 6 years, both against Kermit and the Chiefs. And with that being said, my Super Bowl winner is the Cincinnati Bengals. And I have Joe Burrow winning Super Bowl MVP.
Okay. For me in the Super Bowl, I got the Bills and the Buccaneers. Both teams I love very much. Which I've been kind of back and forth between if my second favorite team is the Bills or the Broncos, but I just like Josh Allen more than Bo Nix, so Bills. But will my bias continue, or will it be ended? My favorite NFC team versus AFC team. Bills have been to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost them all. That's why, for this, I pick the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl 28-21. I think Super Bowl MVP will be Josh Allen.
All right. So we kind of got to wrap this up pretty quickly. Only got a couple
Time
minutes.
for the awards.
Got 3 minutes left on the recording. We got 7 rewards to predict, so I'm gonna go pretty quickly. We'll go pretty much least important. Coach of the Year, Jim Harbaugh for the Los Angeles Chargers. My Comeback Player of the Year, Aiden Hutchinson. My Rookies of the Year, for offense, I have Ashton Jeanty, and defense, Travis Hunter. Now, just Player of the Year, for offense, I have Jamar Chase. And since he was the Comeback Player of the Year, I think he's going to have a great year. Aiden Hutchinson is my Defensive Player of the Year. And now, after many disagreements and not believing that Josh Allen really deserved it, even though he did carry his team, I do have the running back for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, winning MVP.
All right. For me, I'm going to just start off exactly what you did. Coach of the Year, I think Dan Campbell is going to win it for the Detroit Lions. Comeback Player of the Year, I'm going to say, I was going to say, what's his name? The guy for the Lions that you said.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, but I chose Chris Godwin. He was leading our yards after catch before his injury, and I think he'll win Comeback Player of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I'm taking Abdul Carter. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm taking Ashton Jeanty. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm taking Cooper DeJean. Offensive Player of the Year, I'm taking Jamar Chase. I already said Coach of the Year. And MVP, I think he could very well do it with the weapons he's had. He was a previous first overall pick in the draft. And I'm taking the Sooner himself, Baker Mayfield.
Ooh. All right. Well, agree or disagree. We're not going to actually have an argument, but me and Brandon do have some disagreements in our predictions, but we don't mind what you disagree or agree with. Comment below. But yeah, without further ado, hope you all enjoyed.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Like,
to see more of the... Go ahead.
It doesn't cost anything. It's absolutely free.
And if you've watched this far, you must like the podcast. So just subscribe to see every episode of it.
Yeah. We will see you in the next one. Peace.